His retirement from the NFL. 23 years in the league, a 7-time Super Bowl champion is stepping away. Tom Brady tweeted the following video out. We want you to take a listen firsthand.
Good morning, guys. I'll get to the point right away. I'm retiring for good. I know the process was a pretty big deal last time, so when I woke up this morning, I figured I'd just press record and let you guys know first. So I won't be long-winded. I think you only get one super emotional retirement essay, and I used mine up last year. So really thank you guys so much, to every single one of you, for supporting me, my family, my friends, my teammates, my competitors. I could go on forever. There's too many. Thank you guys for allowing me to live my absolute dream. I wouldn't change a thing. Love you all.
A succinct, important message from Tom Brady as he announces his retirement from the NFL with a selfie video on the beach, wherever he is, and saying that's it. After playing in the league for as long as he did, the 2000 NFL draft entered as the final 199th pick, 7 Super Bowls later, and he is retiring. Jason, you played with him. You know him. What'd you think?
Oh, man, you watch that video, and it's kind of like sad. Brady, he seems emotional as he's making that video, and he's been just great for so long. Honored that I got a chance, obviously, to share the locker room with him, but you're also kind of happy for him. You go through a long career, 23 years in the NFL. The adversities, the ups and downs. Obviously, we watched him on the field this year, and he's talked about his personal life and the things that he's gone through this season. So to know that, all right, he's walking away, he's embarking on a new journey post-football. But, man, he was so good for so long. And as just a football fan, we all were talking about it as soon as the season ended. Where's Brady going to be next year? Is he going back to Tampa? He can go back home and play for San Francisco. And he's like, no, I'm riding off into the sunset. We're going to go enjoy life. I've been a pro's pro for 23 years. I don't know if there's a player that's prepared and put so much into the game that Brady has, the way he works on his body, his mind, of preparing each and every week, the way he held his teammates and organizations accountable. Sad to see Brady leaving the game, but extremely happy for him, knowing that, hey, this year, it was just a video. No production, no anything, just me talking to the fans, me talking to my family, friends, and it's just me. And I think you enjoy that because this guy is a bona fide superstar. And the fact that, like any of us who take a selfie picture or a selfie video to send to somebody, he just sat there on the beach, wind blowing, and said, I'm retiring, I'm leaving the game, and thanked us. But his nose, Tom, thank you for what you've given us for 23 years.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of this. First of all, it is real. If anyone's wondering if it's real, if the news is real, I've reached out to multiple people in Brady's world, and yes, it's confirmed. He is retiring. How about the way it was delivered? That's what I'll go with here. Brady is the greatest player to ever play, and that was as perfect, I think, as kiss of retirement. This is how it was supposed to be done. Not last year with the will he or won't he. Okay, there's someone had a scoop and then it was denied, and then actually it's real. And this was how it should be done. There was no prepared statement. There was no montage video. It was Brady at his rawest and most authentic form sitting there, which looks like in the morning. It could be today, could have recorded this yesterday. We don't know when, but he just sat there and he looked into a camera and thanked people he wanted to thank. There was no pre-written statement. There was no funny gag with Lily Tomlin or Rita Moreno coming in to promote a movie. This is real. Brady's retiring and does it now as opposed to doing it in mid-February or early March. Does it now, gets it out of the way. He's not going to hold up any team's plans. Brady is retiring, and I appreciate the way the news was delivered from him, raw and honest, and not some polished marketing campaign or some scoop from, one reporter versus another. Brady breaks the news, and it's authentic.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Tom Brady we've gotten all season long, right? Unfiltered. Like, we've seen him at his best. We've seen him at his worst. We've seen him grouchy, grumpy. And I think this emotion definitely endears you. If you already didn't love Tom Brady as a player and as a person, to hear the emotion in his voice when he says, I'm done for good. Like, that, to me, is so much more significant than the post, the texts. People are going to read that in their own voices, and they're going to hear it their own way. But like you mentioned, it's in the morning. I woke up today, and this is where I'm at. The hardest thing I think, in any sport to do is to walk away when you still know you can do it. Like when you're hurt, when you're broken, when the team doesn't want you, and then it's like, all right, that's it, I'm at the end of the rope. Like, I get it. I think that's easy. But to walk away on your own, think about this. Tom Brady led the league in passing attempts this year. This was not a guy that was throwing the ball 18 times a game and it was just, hanging by a thread. He threw more passes than any quarterback in the league. So he can still do it. He can still play it at a high level. But congratulations, Tom, on a wonderful career. You'll always be compared to the GOATs, right? The Jordans, and how fitting that on your 23rd season in the NFL, you retire in 2023. You're forever linked to Jordan with the numbers. I can't help but go back to this season, guys, and I felt like every time I watched the Bucs play this year, I could hear James Earl Jones ease his pain. I just felt like it was that type of year. Nothing could go wrong. And for him, I'm happy for the next life. I mean, I don't think he's going to be sitting on the couch. We already know what he's going to be doing on Sundays. But I'm happy for him because the afterlife of football is just as good as the football life itself.
Well, it's been reported that he has a seat at the table or at a desk with Fox Sports, and we'll see how that transpires. I think today is not a day to say we can't wait to see him on a Fox broadcast next year. I think today is a day to acknowledge just the greatest compliment I think one can be paid, especially in your professional world, is if you set a standard, that means you are at the top of your craft. You are at the highest of the game. And that man set a standard, I think, not only for quarterbacks in the NFL, but for players, for teammates, for guys that were around him. I have not come across a single coach or player or anyone in an organization, member of the media, that I've ever been around where they have said, Tom's great, but there's never really a but. He's just great. He is a great person to be around. He leads by example, and with his words and with his actions, with his play. He is the standard. I didn't really hear the GOAT thing a lot until Tom Brady became it, and then we kind of started adding other people to the list. And I kind of hope it goes away now because, there is a very small, what should be a very small list of people that should be on that, and we should call them that animal. And we're not going to do it anymore. I think Tom Brady is it. He set a standard in this league that I think we'll all appreciate for a very, very long time. So on this day of his official retirement, where Tom Brady is done after 23 years, just appreciate what we had for the last 23 years because it's been awesome, awesome to watch.
Well said.
Kyle Brandt. You were in Las Vegas. My man, I kind of wish you were here today making it 5 at the table to talk about this. This is
what were the odds on this, Kyle?
Incredible news to learn today. What is your immediate reaction?
My immediate reaction is I love the video. I echo a lot of what you guys said. I love that it was lo-fi. I love that it was blunt. I love that it has a tone of self-awareness in it. He knows that people are going to be skeptical. He made sure to say for good. Seemed to me like a one-take deal. Didn't sit there and do it over and over. There was nothing that rang artificial about that. I'm thrilled for Tom Brady. Dude, go. Just go. You don't owe anything to anyone, to yourself, to the game, to the league, to us. Just get out of here, man. You don't have to be Superman. You don't have to play until you're 46 and 40 and 50. Go be with your kids. Go hug your kids. Go spend some money. Go put on 10 pounds. Go put on 50 pounds. You have been the greatest ever for a decade already. I'm thrilled for him. Go be a normal human being and a normal dad. You deserve it. And personally, look, I don't know if I'm jet lagged or something in the air in Vegas. I got a little lump in my throat watching that video. This means something to me. This means something to all of us. This is history we're witnessing right now. Tom Brady's the only NFL player who's older than me. That's over now. I remember what I was doing in my life when Tom Brady's career started. I remember where I was for each of the Super Bowls he played in. I remember where I was in my 20s and my 30s. I feel like I grew up with Tom Brady. It feels like one of my favorite bands decided to stop playing or one of my favorite lead singers passed away. Love the video. Thrilled for him. Sad for us. It's the end of an era, and that's always really, really nostalgic. But very, very pleased that Tom Brady can just say what they say, which is my watch has ended.
You're so right, Kyle. Yeah, the video, while the news and the facts of the video are kind of earth-shattering on an NFL scale, his emotion behind it, bringing in everything that we have all watched transpire. We're not even in his life, in his circle, but from the outsider's perspective, to watch everything that man went through over the last year, from a year ago today when he retired the first time to today when he is retiring for good, a lot has gone down. personally, professionally, so you could feel that, I think, in that 30-second video, which was important to hear from Tom Brady himself. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport is joining us now. Rap Sheet, the news, it's been confirmed, Tom Brady retiring after 23 years and 7 Super Bowls in the NFL. Rap Sheet, what do you know?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, this is something where the Bucs were just finding out this morning that Tom Brady was set to retire. Kept this real quiet.